So we resolved the explosive issue at the start. And the power station's going to stay online, thankfully. I think that's important. I'm pretty sure that's important. But man, I hope I don't, run into anybody else who's trying to kill me, because I'll die. I have 10 health. But I'm not gonna rest just yet. So let's see. Person wearing a uniform of the NCR police. This guy? Nope. This guy? Oh, here we go. He says, "Welcome, stranger. I'm Deputy Carl. What can I do for you?" "I'm new to the NCR. What can you tell me about your town?" Deputy Carl says, "This is NCR, capital of the New California Republic. Population 3,000 and growing. No slavery, no gambling, no chems. President is Mrs. Tandy. My boss is Sheriff Dumont. And answer your questions." Well, I've got some other questions. Such as, I'm looking for Vault 13. He says, "So did I when I was a kid. Let me know when you find it." Oh, I've got some other questions. "My name is Caedo. I am in need of some honest work." He says, "Work? The Stockmen's Association is looking for guards. Raiders been hitting the cattle drives hard again. And I heard that President Tandy's been looking for somebody resourceful, as she puts it. That help?" "Some. Thanks." Okay, we've got a few leads here on things that we can do. I believe this is the chief. Let's see, this guy's about as regulation as they come. Crew cut and square jawed. A real no-nonsense kind of guy. Ooh! He says, "Take a word of advice from Sheriff Dumont, stranger. This town don't care for your kind. Any trouble and I come down hard. Now, is there anything I can do for you?" "I'm looking for Vault 13. Do you know where it is?" He says, "No, I don't. That's something even President Tandy would like to know. Solve a lot of problems." "Problems?" He says, "Look around you. NCR's a growing place. We need parts, computers, whatnot. Been a problem ever since those squatters moved into Vault 15. "Vault 15? Squatters? What's going on?" He says, "Desert rats. You gotta understand, this town traces its roots back to 15. Seems there was some kind of trouble there a long time ago, and the survivors founded Shady Sands. So, by right, Vault 15 is our property. A few years back, some squatters moved in, and there's been trouble ever since. You should talk to Tandy about it." "Tandy?" He says, "President of the NCR. Who else? Things have got her so worried, she even asked to borrow one of my deputies for a special mission. Hated to turn her down, but I can't spare the manpower." "How about me? Maybe you could recommend me." He says, "You? I couldn't. Don't even know you. But she's looking to hire somebody, so you can talk to her yourself. Her office is in the Hall of Congress." "Thanks. I'll do that." Okay. I've got that sorted. I may have to talk to him again in a moment, but there's a merchant here that I want to speak to. I think the tables here are usable too. There we go. Bye. He says, "Well, here's my stock. Make sure to look at all my tables for more inventory. If you don't like what I've got, get your butt to that shyster buster. Of course, he'll rob you blind." Yeah, he did. He did have a lot of money's worth of stuff. Ooh, an H&K P90. Not gonna hook up somebody with an SMG though. Against Odds 20 has another question. Do you think we will ever see Wanamingos again in the Fallout games? And there's been at least Wanamingo plushies revealed in Fallout 76. There might be actual Wanamingos in 76 at some point, but they will probably look different to match the aesthetic of the Bethesda Fallout games. And you can see that the plushie that was labeled after the Wanamingo actually looks quite a bit more like a rad toad, but with a lot more spikes on it. I'll probably have an image up of what it's supposed to look like or what it looks like. I think it was an actual reward, but I haven't played 76 in a while, so it's, it's one of those things that kind of floated away out of my brain. So if we do, they might show up in 76. Okay, goodbye. Got a few more microfusion cells from him. Sold some extra stuff that we had. We do need to read through these books that we got though, eventually, because we got some big books of science. I'm going through all the books actually. Got a big book of science, first aid book, scout handbook, and Dean's Electronics. So that's repair, outdoorsman, science, and first aid. So many books. Thank you, Dorothy. BT dubs. All right. Let's just kind of go down the line here. See what's in this building. Hello? Oh, this is a doctor's office. What's in these tables here? Doctor's papers. a set of very detailed plans for a cybernetic canine guard unit. With this and the right facilities, a person might just be able to build a robo-dog. Interesting. And over here, we have an empty hypodermic needle, a doctor's bag, and a first aid kit. Wow, just laying here in the shelves. And there's a dog over here. Let me look at the dog. Arf! Click wolf! I pushed the dog. Sorry, dog. Either this thing is some horrible stitched together combination of dog and machine, or it's all machine, cunningly done to look like a dog. Hard to tell. Let's talk to the doctor. Hello! The man says, excuse me, I'm Dr. Henry, and I'm very busy. What do you want? I'm Caedo, the chosen one. I'm looking for Vault 13. He says, the chosen one? Of course, that makes sense. Interesting. I'm afraid I can't help you. I was assigned to cybergenetics research and not Vault behavioral project. What are you talking about? He says, oh my, I've said more than I should have already. Never mind, and if anybody asks, I didn't say anything. Oh. Okay, never mind. I guess Doc Henry is just not a conversation my character's willing to have. That's fine. I'll go to the hospital instead. So I'm guessing that's like either an enclave outpost that he's working from, like a secret enclave outpost, or he's former enclave. The doc says, I'm Doc Jubilee. What's wrong, young man? I need a doctor. He says, I don't know. I don't think I can save it. We may have to cut that leg off. You're kidding. He says, nope, never joke. Best I cut your leg off before gangrene sets in. No way you're cutting anything off, understand? He says, well, if it festers, don't blame me. Heck, you're hardly bleeding. It'll cost you $50. Barter? Nope. Just heal me. He says, there you are, Sonny. Thanks, Doc. Maybe you can help me out with some answers. He says, what can I do for you? I'm looking for a job. Know of any? He says, you best talk to President Tandy. I heard she's looking for a special type of person. Another question. Know where I could find Vault 13? Doc Jubilee says, I ain't heard that mentioned since old Salt Beef was brought in here. Sunstroke. Burned with fever for 3 days. All the time ranting about how he'd found Vault 13. His motherlode. Motherlode? He says, the big one. Salt Beef's an old uranium prospector. More accurately, a drunk. Lives out in the western spread these days. Okay. Thanks for the story. Can I get into the shelf without him getting mad? Yes. Yes, I can. Get your hands off of that, punk. Well, I took it all anyway. I took all your things. Oh well. So I have some heart pills. These pills are used by people with heart problems. Ah, interesting. Cool. Well, now let's check out Dusty's Cantina. Again, we're going around and through. Let's see. Bartender. He says, what can I get you? Who's the big guy over there? He says, that's Haas, President Tandy's boy. Born trouble when he's drinking, so I'd stay clear of him if I were you. President Tandy? Daughter of President Aradesh, the guy who founded the NCR. She's been president for years. Does a good job, too. And she's looking for a specialist? What kind? He says, don't know. Gunther, her aide, probably does. He's down at the Hall of Congress, thanks. When he asked me if I wanted a drink. No, I do not. Goodbye. I'm gonna be honest with you all for a second. This whole situation right here with Haas in the corner, the president's son being a butt, I can't do it. I just can't. I need to actually record a session, and he is holding up the entire thing. Basically, I need to get him down to like 23 HP. I had to look this up too. I had to get him down in a fist fight down to like 23 HP. And it has to be a fist fight. I have 3 companions who are more than happy to get their guns out thinking it's a real fight. Because I artificially increase my companion slots, I won't be able to add all 3 companions back in without taking 2 doses of Mentat. So basically what I'm saying is this is way more hassle than it's worth. So I'm just gonna continue going about my business and ignore Haas for now, maybe the rest of the playthrough. All you have to know is it's President Tandy's spoiled son who thinks he can push people around in Dusty's bar. That's it. That's his whole arc. And you can give him his comeuppance by punching him in the face several times, but it's not worth the trouble. It's not worth it. I know I can just saw him in half if I just give Marcus the signal, but I don't want to do that. So instead, we're gonna check out this chapel here, see what's going on. We will now speak to a striking woman in a long robe. She says, "Greetings, child. Are you one of the enlightened?" "No." She says, "Oh, well, are you seeking the true understanding and spiritual peace? We can help." "Help? How?" She says, "By purging you of the negative psychic energy that keeps you in an oppressive state. Only then can you be enlightened." "Oh, neurodynes? We didn't even talk about that, but let's ask that." She says, "Neurodynes are the psychic centers of the body. They become polluted by the spiritual remnants of people who died in the war. Their psi energies imprint into our neurodynes at birth to hold us in an oppressive state. Alignment erases these imprints. So how does this purging work? Is it painful?" She says, "It's not painful. You just undergo a Zeta scan. I can do one now, if you'd like." Sure." She says, "Ah, such enthusiasm. Come with me. I'm about to get indoctrinated. It's gonna be great." She says, "Close your eyes. This won't hurt a bit." And fade to black. There, we erased a few nasty imprints. You are now an AHS-1. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to tend to my church. Okay. So, I checked attributes beforehand. Our luck was 8. It is now 7. Oh no. So, the Zeta scan can decrease or increase your luck. And this time it decreased our luck, but I'm gonna save scum a little bit because I want to get the highest bonus, which will put our luck at 10. So I'm gonna do that really quick. There we go. Our luck has been increased up to 10 thanks to the Zeta scan. We were at 8, now we're at 10 luck. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Okay, and also, we have Dr. Henry, which I believe is the Dr. Henry from Jacobstown, in this building here. I did find out, because I did look up, a little bit of guide stuff through and about NCR. Doc Henry over here will not start his quest dialogue with you until you have a science of 80, which we're pretty close to. We could actually pump ourselves up to 80 science if we wanted to right now, but I'm not going to do that just yet because I want to find more big books of science so I can maximize the points that we're getting. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. We're going to go through the other buildings of this area first. Oh, what's this over here? Another Brotherhood of Steel bunker. Imagine the Brotherhood hanging out here, doing nothing except existing. Okay, this is a communal restroom situation. Nothing super exciting over here. Let's a man wearing metal armor with lightning bolting sitting on it. Nothing for you in there. That's a private office. Okay, Sulik was trying to walk inside. He says, "Hello, Caedo. Well, you've certainly come a long way from the simple tribesman. You should visit our San Francisco office sometime. You might find it rewarding. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going. Wait!" And he's gone. Well, he left dialogue. I think that's the same Brotherhood guy, like every single time, which is kind of funny. So now we'll go up to this building. What's in here? This is the Ranger HQ. Let's speak to this lady. She says, "What do you want?" Who are you?" She says, "I'm Elise. That's Gond. We're members of a group that's trying to do right for folks." Sounds interesting. Right? In what way? She says, "All right, so tell me, what's your opinion of slavers?" "Hate them. Disgusting. Vile scum of the earth." She says, I see. Well, I represent a group called the New California Rangers. Someone with views such as yours could qualify for membership. You interested? Yeah. Sign me up. She says, not so fast. You gotta pass a test to join the Rangers. Fine. Just tell me. She says, there's a slaver just outside of town. Maybe you've seen this place. Free the slaves there and come back and talk to us. I can do that. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. So that's it for this section of the NCR, I believe. Yes. Yep. Officer Jack is still on the floor. Context too. Mira, his wife, that was supposedly cheating on him, is the bartender of the bar that's outside of town in the bazaar. So like there's like actual characters that are being referenced, even small as they are as characters. So we're gonna go to the next section of the NCR. What is this? Oh, this looks familiar. There's a plaque at the base of this statue. It reads, "To the stranger and Vault 13. What doesn't exist, we must sometimes dream and let our dreams inspire us to greater heights." So it was with the stranger and his belief in the legend of Vault 13. Aha. It's a memorial of the Vault Dweller from the first game. Very awesome. So let's make our way and talk to President Tandy, because that's our next thing to do. A plain-looking young man in respectable clothing. He says, "Welcome to the Congress House. How can I help you?" "I'm here to see President Tandy." "Concerning?" "I heard your president's got a job to be done." She says, "Oh, that. Talk to Mr. Gunther in the back." Okay. Now we'll talk to Gunther. He says, "Can I help you?" "I'm here to see President Tandy about a job." He says, "Ah, yes. Well, she's instructed me to send anyone asking about it. You're buzzed in. It's the door to my right." Easy enough. We're about to get another talking head and a returning character.
"I'm Tandy, president of NCR. My boys tell me you're looking for work. What are you handy at?"
"I'm good at unarmed combat, up close and personal."
You're not quite what I'm looking for. Sure you can handle yourself?
"That depends on the job you're offering."
We need some computer parts from our old base, Vault 15. Problem is there's squatters there who won't let anybody by. Somebody has to convince them to let us in, or just bring back the parts. You up for the job?
"I'd be happy to help you out."
Fair enough. Do it right and there's a reward.
"All right, I'm off." Okay, that was... Oh, Gunther says, "Madam President is finished with you? How'd things go?" "Just fine. Now I'm out of here." Oh, okay. Just confirming that I did the quest. Maybe there was some sort of quest trigger there somewhere. Tandy from Shady Sands is a very old woman now. And long-running president of the NCR. Presidential terms last a lot longer in the Fallout universe, I think. But that's okay. It sounds like she's a good leader. Her town is thriving. Her police force is pretty strict, which, you know, is doing the trick, keeping the town alive. That's for sure. Let's see if we can talk this gate guard into lowering this force field really quick. He says, "This is private property. Please move along." "Excuse me, but who lives here?" He says, "This is the Weston Ranch, home of Councilman Weston." "Okay, I see. I'll be on my way." So there's something that it doesn't seem like the game really tells you, but there's a gentleman named Merc who shows up. I think his name is Merc anyway. He shows up in the tavern outside of the NCR during the nighttime. He comes from the Weston Ranch, wanders in here, and offers a little bit more of the undergroundy, not so upstanding citizen-y type work. But you have to wait until nighttime to see him. So let's hang out here, read some books, for one. Gotta read all our books. Big Book of Science. Whoops, don't drop them. First aid. Then outdoorsman. Then repair. Okay, and we have our lockpicks. That's awesome. What do we bring up our science to? Science is now at 70. Didn't give us very much science, actually. So I could pump our science up to 80 if I wanted to right now, but I'll still wait. Special thanks to my Wasteland legends, Sven and David Hoover, and thanks to the rest of my patrons on screen now. You can catch future episodes of this playthrough on Wednesdays and Fridays, noon and 10 a.m. Pacific. Thanks for watching. I'm Caedo Genesis, and may you wander the wasteland like you own it.